tell me when to start.
You're good.
Okay, this is a review problem for our test coming up on polynomials. And one of the problems that it seems has to give a little bit of trouble for some students is find all the zeros for this polynomial, 2x to the fourth minus 5x cubed plus 53x squared minus 125x plus 75 equals 0. This doesn't factor out. It's a fourth degree polynomial. And so the first thing is to look at the possible rational roots, which would be factors of 75 over factors of 2. And there's going to be a whole bunch of factors there. And now this is a multiple choice question, so possible rational roots are already given here. It looks like it's plus or minus 1 or plus or minus 3/2. And so what we do is we graph this on a calculator, y equals to this, and look for zeros that might be 1 and negative 1. And we found out that x equals to 1. And also x equals to 3/2. So that means it could be this answer or this answer. Now, I did not see the plus or minus 5. So if I was in a hurry, it looks like plus or minus, 3/2. So it'd be 1 and 3/2. So it could be this answer. I'm going to put a check here. It could be this answer, or it could be this answer. So I'm going to use synthetic division with 1 and 3/2. And just keep in mind that we found x equals 1 on the calculator and x equals 3/2 or 1.5 on the calculator. So I'm going to use x equals to 1, and I'm going to use the coefficients here. I'm going to have 2, negative 5, 53, negative 125, and 75. And the first thing that we do is we bring the first one down, and then we multiply 1 times 2, that's 2, and then we add. Negative 5 plus 2 is negative 3. 1 times negative 3 is a negative 3. We add those together, you have 50. 1 times 50 is 50. Negative 125 plus 50 is negative 75. 1 times negative 75 gives me 0. So that means that x equals 1 is definitely one of the answers, since we got 0 there. And so now, instead of 2x cubed, we now have, instead of 2x to the fourth, when we divide by x minus 1, you have 2x cubed minus 3x squared plus 50x minus 75. And the other answer was 3/2, so we can use synthetic division with x equals to 1.5 or 3/2. And we're going to bring the 2 down. 1.5 times 2 is 3, and we add negative 3 plus 3 is 0. 1.5 times 0 is 0. We add those together, we get 50. 1.5 times 50 is 75. And if we add those together, you get 0. And so that means x equals 1.5 is one of our answers, which we knew already from the calculator. X equals 1 and 1.5. So we're still at B and C. Now what's left, if you have the x cubed divided by x, you now have an x squared term left, plus 0x plus 50 equals 0. So I can divide by 2 when I have x squared plus 25 equals to 0. I have a quadratic equation which says that x squared is equal to negative 25 if I subtract 25 on both sides. And I'll take the square root on both sides. I'm going to have plus or minus 5i. The square root of a negative 1 is I. So I have plus or minus 5i, which means that the correct answer should have been B. And that would be the answer for this video.
Booyah!
Booyah!